Hi there, and welcome to this guided bisexual self-love meditation, not all by myself. My name is Oli Lipski, and I am the Queer Sensualist, a Sensual Intimacy Coach, pleasure workshop facilitator, and sex and relationship writer. I have a background in bisexual research and queer theory, and in the next 15 minutes, we'll be going on a journey of uncovering who you are at your core, sending compassion to wherever it feels like it needs some love and care. So I hope you're sitting comfortably. If not, you can just take the next few moments by checking in with your posture, noticing your temperature, noticing your thirst. Perhaps you need a little stretch or a blanket, or do you need a sip of water? So once you're feeling more comfortable, and before we start with the meditation, I'm just going to invite you to grab a pen and paper. You can do that now. And once you have your pen and paper, I'm just going to invite you to answer this question. What makes me lovable? What makes me lovable? And you can either answer this with a word or a sentence or doodling a picture, just to capture the answer as it is now. Once you've answered this question, I'm going to start to invite you to ground more deeply into the present moment, into the room you're in, and into the body you're inhabiting. We're just going to do this by using each of the 5 senses. And we can start by using your sense of sight. Just looking around the room that you're in, and just noticing some of the objects that you can see. Taking in the shapes, the colors, the light, the shadow. And now tuning into a sense of sound, your hearing, just noticing what you can hear, any sounds near or far. And gently tuning into a sense of touch, the skin that covers your body. Just noticing if there's any temperatures, textures, clothing that feels present right now. And tuning into your sense of smell, noticing if there are any aromas that you can pick up on. And finally, any flavors in your mouth. Now we've used your 5 senses, we're just going to drop into an internal felt sense. We're just going to do this by scanning the body, starting with the top of the head, just working your way down all the way to your toes. And as you're scanning down, you're just going to notice if there's somewhere in your body that feels really comfy, really safe, really warm, peaceful, somewhere that feels like home. And when you found this part, just going to tune into it. You're going to travel your awareness into that home-like place in your body, and just know that if at any point you need a break or you feel overwhelmed, you can always come back to this comfy part. And just sinking a little bit further, just grounding into the seat that you're in, noticing how gravity is pulling you down, connecting you to the earth, holding you, keeping you here because it wants you here. And that sense of gravity isn't just pulling your body, it's also pulling your eyelids, inviting you to surrender to the weight of your eyelids, surrender to the earth's pull. You can do that by either lowering your gaze or closing your eyes, whatever feels comfortable. Just trusting that the sound of my voice will permeate into your mind and body, letting in what wants to be let in and setting aside what doesn't. And as we dive deeper, further into the depths of you, we're going on a journey to find yourself, your beautiful bisexual self, your authentic bisexual self, your lovable bisexual self. And as we begin to tend to all the beautiful parts that make up you, I'm going to allow for whatever feelings that need to come up, letting them pass through us. Sometimes exploring our deeper selves can bring up more difficult emotions or make us more aware of sensations and feelings that we might not have been aware of before. Just knowing that all of this is welcome, but of course, if you need a break, simply remembering your resource of comfort, that place in your body, or that gravitational pull. So if you're ready, here we go. With your eyes lowered or closed, I'm going to invite you to call to mind a future you. And this future you is reveling in all of your bisexual glory. And you are confidently your fullest self. What does this future you look like? What does this feel like? What desires have been fulfilled? What desires are being fulfilled? Where are you? What are you wearing? Who's with you? Are you alone, or are you with a partner or partners, or surrounded by your community? Just noticing if there are any colors you can see in this future reality of yours, any sounds you can hear, any textures you can feel, any aromas you can smell, and any flavors you can taste. And just breathing into this moment, this reality of yours. Savoring it. And I'm just going to invite you to scan your body again, starting with your head, working your way down to your toes. And this time, we're just going to see if there's anywhere in your body, any part of you, that feels like it's resisting you having this reality. Resistance can show up anywhere in the body. There's tension, tightness, closure. So just paying attention. For example, maybe your shoulders feel tight, your throat feels closed, or your feet feel clenched. It can show up anywhere. And when you find this part, just turning your attention gently towards it. Just noticing if this part, wherever it is in your body, has a shape or a color or a texture. Does this part have a gender, a name? And can you tell how old this part is? We're just being curious. Maybe if it's young, just asking this part if it knows how old you are. Maybe asking, what does it want you to know? What message is this part trying to send you? Just listening for whatever answers come up, and if nothing comes up, that's okay too. But if there is a message, if there is an answer, just saying thank you for this message, and thank you for showing up. And if it's ready, maybe asking what it might need or want from you right now. Perhaps it's a hug, some gentle touch, or maybe just some words of acknowledgement, maybe some love and compassion, just for being there, for showing up. Just noticing what it needs. And see how it's doing now. And if it's willing or open to it, you can just remind this part of the confident person that you are. You can recall this memory of you in all your bisexual glory, sharing this with this part. And just seeing if this part wants to join in on the joy. Just sharing the joy with that part. Maybe this part wants to have its own outfit. Maybe it wants to dance and play. Or maybe this part just wants to rest and to let you have your fun. Either way, you've connected. And that's all that's important right now. Just noticing how the part feels, where it showed up in your body. Noticing how you feel. Taking a few moments to just breathe into your body. Letting out breath or a sigh. And take one final deep breath in, breathing into your entire body now. Letting it all go. You can just notice those flavors in your mouth, the smells around you, the temperature and texture on your skin, any sounds in the distance. Just gently, when you're ready, opening your eyes, just taking in the room around you. And just looking at the piece of paper in front of you, maybe grabbing your pen, and just seeing if any new answers want to come up. Answering the question, what makes me lovable? What makes me lovable? Again, with a word, sentence, or a doodle. Just see what comes up. So I want to congratulate you for going on this journey with me, this bisexual self-love journey. Just know if any of this resonated, please don't hesitate to get in touch. I'd be delighted to hear from you. My Instagram is @olivelips, and my email is thequeersensualist@gmail.com. Sending you all the bisexual love.